But this particular lady, when I saw her, she said, "Come inside, please look." You know, it really break my heart to see where they have to live. I started to cry. You know, I'm a giant, but I'm a gentle giant. I break down and I start to cry. I said, no, I got to do something about this.
Hello and welcome to Stargazing, the show that brings you up close and personal with your favorite stars of reggae and dancehall music, Jamaican popular culture, and people who've impacted society in a very big way. I'm Shaun Cain. We invite you to subscribe to the Stargazing with Shaun Cain YouTube channel. Like and share the videos and leave a comment. We welcome our radio listeners in the UK on Rex Radio and in the USA on Motif Radio and Viscosity Blend in New Jersey. In this edition of the show, we'll speak with dancehall artist Ras Emmanuel. Let's take a look. Many people living in the African diaspora often dream of one day visiting what they affectionately call the motherland. They have read stories, watched films, and take courses in schools and colleges about their ancestral homeland. However, very few got the opportunity to visit Africa. When Jamaican dancehall artist Ras Emmanuel first landed in the Gambia several years ago, he felt an inexplicable connection to the people and the land. He told the Stargazing with Shaun Cain Show that the reception he received was one fit for a king. He beamed about how happy the natives were to see an overseas artist visiting their country. He recalled that they grew even more excited when they learned he was born in Jamaica. Ras Emmanuel, whose music ranges from roots, dancehall, hip-hop and R&B, explained that Gambians possess a divine love for reggae and dancehall music. However, he noted that they generally investigate the message before they embrace a song. The Mad Love for You musician cautions that our artists must make a commitment to releasing positive messages into the public domain. The New Jersey, USA-based Jamaican entertainer has observed many similarities between his fellow natives and the people of the Gambia. He says chief among them is the fact that they enjoy live party music with DJs chatting into the microphone and maintaining a mellow party vibe. Ras Emmanuel, who was born in Kingston and grew up in the neighbouring parish of St. Catherine, has seen the need to start a charity to provide some social support for some of the people in the Gambia. After leaving Africa, he launched his Until That Day Foundation with the aim of helping in whatever way he can. Ras Emmanuel reveals that his foundation has helped several families in the West African nation. The Until That Day Foundation has also started a rice drive from which several schools have benefited. The Kingston native was discovered by the legendary I. Roy, who invited him into his studio. Ras Emmanuel started out making dubs for radio DJs and sound systems under the guidance of I. Roy. He subsequently started performing alongside artists such as Yami Bolo and Capleton. As his popularity grew, he started to share stages with Glenn Washington, Mavado, Beenie Man and Leroy Sibleys, among others. Ras Emmanuel's repertoire includes the album Loving Enemies and the single Next Door to God, among many other works. Welcome back. Ras Emmanuel, what go on, sir?
But they are big brother.
Well, I know the man is based out of New Jersey. So what's the weather like in New Jersey now? Because it's kind of warm in London now, you know.
Yeah, it's warm. It's warm, but I have a little bit of your rain right now. You know,
a little bit of our rain.
yeah, you know me. I talk about that dark, sometimes sunny,
right.
a little bit of the England thing. right now.
Right. Well, all right, you're right on that then, because right now it's kind of like that. There's no consistency at the moment.
No.
You get a bit of this, a bit of that. One moment is this, the other moment is that. That's all
Right.
good, man. But you're a very interesting artist, brother. I must admit, and in terms of your religious leanings and beliefs and things like those, because I know that you're a Christian Rasta man. No, I am not used to those two coming together. But you seem to be someone who you embrace both religions simultaneously. So how does being a Christian Rastaman work?
Well, it's not just being a Christian. For me, Rasta is my culture, right? Faith-based system in believing, who you believe in, you have to believe in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because Bob Marley said, give us the teaching of His Majesty. We don't want a devil philosophy. Now, Marcus Garvey, as you see Marcus Garvey right here, he taught us that since the white man have his God and the black man have no God, we will look to Ethiopia for our God, because Ethiopia stretch forth their hands unto God. Now, why he's saying that, he told us about Christ, Marcus Garvey, when Christ was going up to Calvary, he fell so many times, and one man came and helped him, was a black man. So Marcus Garvey already shows that that's the way to go. For me, it's never hard to accept Christianity, because when you say Rastafari, the word Rastafari, or the person who named Rastafari, is a Christian. So therefore, as saying Rastafari or Rastafarians, there's no way that I can't accept Christianity. I have to, because our father, Rastafari, is a Christian. So I accept Christianity. And just to let you know, it's not me alone. Our icon, Bob Marley, is a baptized Christian. Bonnie Whaler, Peter Tosh, Yami Bolo, Culture, aka Joseph Hill, and so many of us out there. The Abyssinians, Christian, but we don't impose our faith on no one. That's the thing.
You just stay quiet with what you do. But then how does your being a Christian Rastaman impact your music? Does that influence the kind of lyrics coming out of you, your perspective on life, and what you try to teach through your music?
Yeah, for us it's very simple, because life is simple, but mankind make it hard. If you check even say Bob Marley history of music, most of the stuff is from the Bible. If you check those elderly artists, most of the stuff is Bible based music, right? Even some of our great icons before, they taught us that Christianity is our faith. Not because we're saying we're Rasta, we cannot link both together. But I'm not trying to link them together. It's just natural, because everybody have a culture. For instance, in Jamaica, all right, for me, travel around the world, right? When I go places, say I go Gambia. When I go Gambia, I see a lot of people with dreadlocks, right? And when you check it out, they are not Rasta, but they embrace Rasta. They are Muslim. And just like you asked me, or you embrace Christianity and say you're Rasta, it's the same thing I go up and when I go to place like Gambia, I see all these people, Rastafari, but they say they are Muslim also. So for them, Rasta thing is a culture for them, but their belief system is more towards Islam. I could live with that.
Interesting one, sir. But as you mentioned about all this righteousness and about Christianity and about God and His Majesty, I would imagine it's all righteousness. But then again, Rasta used to be the kind of people that you look towards or you look to for righteousness and peace and love and all that kind of thing. But I'm not sure that Rastas are the kind of defenders of righteousness in our society anymore. What's your view on that? Do you feel that the Rastas have gone a bit quiet on that righteousness and even just the vociferousness, that loud outcry against oppression and against Babylon, what we put in quotes, Babylon, things that represent Babylon? Do you get the feeling that Rastas are still pushing that kind of narrative now?
All right. As a fellow Jamaican, I'm a younger person for you, right? And I know that in your time in Jamaica, you see what the Rasta movement is about and all the Rasta people get fight um, to bring forth this message. And as musician, it's just a few musicians right now since Bob Marley tried getting that rotation or that traction to bring forth that righteousness in the music because I have seen that the music has taken a turn, sorry, taking a turn to other venues, avenues, and it's very hard for us to get that media spotlight to showcase that talent because if you take a check in Jamaica right now, it's so many artists that never get the chance to bring forth what they have to say because the cloud of I would say is just surround the media. They can't get that break to bring forth the righteousness. But for me, I'm still pushing on. For me, I'm still pushing through. And as you come up to my music, you can see what I'm trying to bring forth. So therefore, I'm not stopping because righteousness cannot be stopped. It just can be hidden for a moment. Just like Christianity in Ethiopia was hidden for 2,000 years before coming to the West. See, so for me as a Rastaman, my music, I'm not stop pushing it because it needed. Because everything is a phase, you know. All we see going on in the music business right now is a phase because it's gonna fade. It's a phase, but it's gonna fade. So what is not righteous is gonna go on for a while and then it go down. Just like in the 90s for me, in the 90s, I see where Garnet Silk Rise, Tony Rebel, Luciana, Sizzler, and guess what? I was right there too. But that says, if certain artists get the chance or the opportunity because certain channel. But that don't deter that I don't stop because I'm here right now still doing it. But the point I'm trying to make is in the music, there's a time for everything. Just like the Bible says, there's a time for everything. Everything gonna fulfill what the Bible says, and it's happening right now. The Bible talk about the generation of vipers, and it's happening right now. So that's why when the Rastaman tried to bring forth righteousness, there's something shielding it. If you understand what I'm saying, especially in Jamaica right now, all this music that's coming out is just pure madness. So therefore, how can we teach our children why the media taking this music, pushing the righteous music aside, and letting through this because of fast money? I'm not knocking the artists. The artists, I know that Jamaica so crazy. Everybody want to make some money, but at the same time, it mashing up the culture of Jamaica. Because everybody at Jamaica, 99% of our young children in Jamaica is drunkard. I'm right?
Yeah, you're right. I see them every day, man, in 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and most people are at work. They have a big bottle of Hennessy or a bottle of champagne, and they're just sipping like that. Not even a glass, a big.
No. I remember when say my living in my yard and I said, go buy one half kilo of rum down a shop there for me. And 2 craving. I never have in my intention say, I'm going to sip some of the rum or smoke the craving. Never. But now it's changed completely.
Everybody's drinking. Everybody's drinking now.
Everybody's drinking. I'm drinking rum and Red Bull and it's
it's the thing. It's the thing. It's the life. It's the life. But then the Rastaman, how can we get the Rastaman to push push past the barrier that you mentioned? That kind of imaginary barrier.
You can do it.
That's preventing you from coming through. How can we get the Rastaman to push their music through so that the righteousness can come back? Because what's happening, brother? I think it's run its course now. It needs to move on. All the killing and the killy and the blood music, and that needs to move on.
You see, as a personality like yourself, we need people like you that concern. And when we say Rasta music don't mean that everybody have dreadlocks on them head is Rasta, When we say conscious music. We're talking about people
for me,
join a
righteousness.
yeah. We're talking about people join a coalition.
Yes.
Yeah. A coalition just like what it was before. You know, we have lovers rock, you know, we have reggae and we have dancehall, but to me, dancehall come from reggae. Because what couldn't play on the radio, they go to the dancehall to play. So we know that like Big Youth, U-Roy, all those people was doing consciousness, but they never get the opportunity like that to play on the mainstream radio. So if you check it now, that's what's going on. Now, they call this thing money pull up. You have to pay the disc jockey a bag of money to bring forth this righteous music. You see what it come down to now? We have to pay a bag of money to get across what you're saying. And if we don't continue to pay that bag of money, the music not going to play. So Bob Marley said one thing, and him right about that. Him said this music going to go on and go on until they find the right people. Why I'm saying this? I have to say this, but if you check it out, the music is moving two places, Africa and Europe. These are the people that keeping reggae music alive now.
They appreciate it. Appreciate the message and the vibe of reggae.
So what Jamaica do? Let me tell you something now. So you say now to keep that flow of reggae music going, why it's not going? You know why? Check it out. Our producers of producing reggae music is not anymore. So now it leave a gap for these youths to come with their laptop and create their own stuff. And I can't blame them for that. Because I remember when I was going to studio, I'd be sitting out of the studio gate for days before I even pass the gate, man, you know. Now, them time that you have to use badness to pass the gate, man. You have to go for your cousin or person around this and say, yo, when you see that youth, you come in, let him in. I saw me get through the gate, a penthouse. No, get through the gate is one. To go in the studio is another thing. So, you know, say, me go through the gate, you know, but me still out there for years in the studio yard.
You have to go get your cousin again.
Well, I know. No, just give a little thing. So one day, Wayne Wonder said, boy, some youth in the yard there, you know, want to bring them up when German leave, you know. So Zoop, Wayne Wonder said, yo, no, come upstairs. I will go upstairs. By the time you go upstairs, if you do something, you know, because like, you can look, it's like a balcony, you could look where I'm going out the street there, on Slipe Road there. So we look, a Jeremy and that I come back, make like a U-turn.
All right, come down now. Hey, Shaun Cain. When no say nice finger licking, yeah? Know about the fries and the dipping. Stargazing, know about the fall picking. But a where boy put in a chicken. Hey? A where boy put in a chicken. Shaun Cain, where boy put in a chicken. Hey? Anywhere we see him, I go trick him and find out where him put in a chicken. You tall boy, you know it's I call you Sabito. I represent for Shaun Cain, Stargazing. Where boy put in a chicken. Come down.
Stargazing with Shaun Cain brings you up close and personal with your favorite stars of reggae and dancehall music and people that have impacted society in a very significant way. We invite you to subscribe to the Stargazing with Shaun Cain YouTube channel, like and share our videos, and leave a comment as we bring you fresh content every week. The Stargazing with Shaun Cain Show will inspire, educate, and bring out the best in you. Stargazing with Shaun Cain, up close and personal.
So we look, a Jeremy and that I come back, make like a U-turn, and every man have to run back onto the studio again. Them days there. See? So I tell you, it was very tough. We have to make sure before we go up on the bus, we have to have a bus fare. We have a Virgin DDX. We not go to school unless we can't get hungry. We not going to get hungry. Because we know say artists. I remember Luciana, the man they come through and give all 5 bills, which is a nanny. I mean, I'm bridging them Popsy do jagger ranks and them use their penthouse. We cook out a cheese pan. Pan the corner. Cheese pan we cook out a. See? We know we not get hungry because artists I was saying, we go buy stuff in a shop for them. You don't know it go to Jamaica, it change up for you. So I tell you the days, the things that I go through to bring forth my music, it wasn't easy. But now, since the producer them, they left the thing, and now them new to start them own thing. I can put a fire upon the youth them because nobody was there to help them or to channel them music the right way or to guide them. So they, hey, the space is open, so we will take advantage of it. Now, my suggestion to these youths, all right, Mrs. So not hungry, but guess what now? Channel the music in a more positive way, where you and the police not in entanglement all the time each time you go road. Or them can't grant you a visa if you go certain places because they are looking at your music. See, so now not the youth them, now encourage them. Cause let's go back now. Remember Buju Banton before him Sir Rasta was doing certain music. Remember Capleton, but before him Sir Rasta, they was doing certain music. So and a lot of artists was doing certain music. Nobody bash them. We encourage them. Luciana is a brother in come from the same place. We sit down and reason every day. Luciana was a 7-day Adventist virgin, Did you know that? Luciana Christian. Luciana, you didn't know that?
No,
See,
sir.
you know something now.
Yeah,
7-day Adventist.
now, yeah.
His brother was a pastor. Is a pastor. Still. So that's the environment we grew up in. See? So all you know that at Jamaica that like every every corner there's a church.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
So that we was inclined with that, man. So I mean, with the music now, that's all we can do. With your help, bring back the producer, then we produce good music, and close back that gap, and encourage the youth them. Don't put the youth them down. We know them do certain songs and we don't might like them, but still don't put them down. Encourage them to do better music. That's all.
I hear you, sir. Well, you're
that's all right. That's how our music can get back out there as it's supposed to be. Because right now, as Juna Reid just released an article that they are shutting out the elders of the music, not putting them on the shows that needed to spread the message. And now Juna Reid putting on his own fest. And I respect that.
Well, that's how it should be then, because if you find out the people who are doing the shows, they're not encouraging righteous music, or they're not inviting righteous artists to come and disseminate the message and put the word across, then create your own thing. And people who want to hear righteous music will move over to that. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of how it's going to be, man. But you know what? You're tuned to the Stargazing with Shaun Cain Show, and we're speaking with dancehall artist Ras Emmanuel. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Yeah, to the world, this is Talmagilla, bigging up Shaun Cain, the man who promote music and the culture of Jamaica like a hurricane that storm the world. Yeah. So Talmagilla is saying that's the thing. Big up Shaun Cain and the Stargazing. Saying,
hey yo, it's me, your truly Fitzroy Lee 123, inviting you to check out Stargazing with Shaun Cain. Anywhere you're there in the world, Stargazing with Shaun Cain. Stargazing, it's amazing. Keep it blazing, Shaun. Hot water, hot water, hot water.
2x10 man, move real fast, yeah? This is the boy Master Record, the girls them checker. You're watching the Stargazing Show with Shaun Cain. Up and personal. 2x10 man, move real fast.
Welcome back. You're tuned to the Stargazing with Shaun Cain Show, and we're speaking with dancehall artist Ras Emmanuel. And the man has been talking some strong things about how we can bring back righteous music to the fore, because somehow somebody has pushed righteous music to the background. And we can't hear righteousness nowadays. What we're getting is just killy and bloodshed and blood this and all that. And I'm not sure who is enjoying this, but I suppose somebody is, because every day you hear about who's been shot and who's been this, who's been that. And they tell you, well, people mix up and people this and that. Well, I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know the backstory, but what I do know is what I see and what I hear on the news. And it's not very good. But let's come back to you now, Ras Emmanuel. You are a protege of the legendary I-Roy. Now, that's some good godfather in the business, you know. How did you become so lucky that a man like I-Roy would see you and say, come into this, youth, come, go do some music?
All right. Actually, I'm from Central Village. So I used to go to this place, the dub cutting studio in Spanish Town, nearby the ILO mall, right? Actually it's in the bus terminal.
Mhm.
That look the Super Valley, we call it Super Valley Dub Cutting Studio. That little studio, you want to cut dubs, you go there. So yeah, my brethren, DJ X and many other youths, since we can't go to the big studio like that, I just have a itch up. So one day Iri came there. He was scouting for artists. And fortunately, I was one of those artists. Why he was scouting for artists? I never heard of People's Choice.
Yeah, man.
Perry.
Yeah, Perry's, man. That's
Perry.
is it Cumberland?
Yeah,
Cumberland Road.
in Skateland.
Mhm.
Skateland, Perry that owns Skateland in Spanish Town. Yeah. So, he was convinced to open a studio. So Ira was the one to run the studio and to recruit artists for the studio. So that's the way I met Ira at a dub cutting studio. And from that day, we was like this. And remember, we don't have a telephone like that, like a cell phone. And say, I will ever say, I must say, you hear me? Meet me such and such at a certain time. So when people talk about Jamaican and time, Jamaicans are prompt with time, meet me at such and such time at a certain spot. That's how we would meet up, and then we take a taxi, and then we go to the studio. So Ira was a very influential person to me. He's the one that showed me what you call a royalty check. He's the first person that showed me a royalty check and sit me down and teach me about the music, not just go record a song. He tell me all the little things that we should know about your royalty. So that's when I think
What did he tell you? Because so many people seem to have missed that point, So what did I-Roy say to you about royalty?
Well, first of all, he told me that how to set up your music and make sure when you're signing up with your music, your name, especially your name, spell right. And make sure when somebody putting out your music, your name is on it. Either if you are part of the producing, that credit is due to you. If you're just the artist, also that credit is due to you. So all these little things that a lot of our artists before me and right now that didn't know about the music business, and you can tell that a lot of artists are coming out. You can see a lot of artists are coming out now speaking about that, or they didn't get certain royalties that due to them because certain producers have fallen to that. So he taught me about these things, and it was amazing. He even take out the royalty check and show me. So we have to learn about the music. So for me, I have my own label. I produce myself. And speaking of that, June the 16th in New Jersey, I'm releasing a new dancehall rhythm, Dancehall Forever. So we have a couple of artists on it that we produce. So June 16, people, if you listen to this radio and you're in the tri-state area, you can come out June 16, 247 Fabian Place, Club Eclipse. All right?
Yeah, man, they're listening to you, man, because we're coming live, on Motif Radio and Viscosity Blend. And we're going to talk about
Rupee
Tea. Yeah, we're going to talk Rupee Tea. So we're going to talk about your catalog in a bit, but you started talking about reggae and New Jersey and all that kind of stuff and what you're doing over there and everything. And I know that recently you received the reggae proclamation in New Jersey.
The proclamation of being New Jersey reggae ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that one was unexpected in terms of something that's pop up like that. Remember now, these people that give me New Jersey reggae ambassadorship or proclamation, they are not Jamaicans. They are not Jamaicans. One is American and one is from Guyana. there's a committee of people from the county, the SS County freeholders. I don't know if these people are watching what I'm doing. So there was like a summertime, they have events in the parks, and it's a free event where everybody can come out. And before the event, I was told that we have award for you. I said, what kind of award? I know I won many awards. I won New Jersey Reggae Award for Best Artist, uh, like 3 times in a row. Reggae for the Artist of the Year, Song of the Year, DJ of the Year. I've won many awards, big up Tingala. So this one was this one was this one was more surprising that I've got reggae proclamation as reggae ambassador for New Jersey. And I was very happy. So big up the freeholders at that time to really select me for that. And that's history.
So what's your role now? Now that you're a reggae ambassador in New Jersey, what do you have to do?
Okay. Just like what I'm saying, I have to keep the reggae vibe going, like helping other artists in terms, because they look at my way of saying righteousness. And I'm not here sitting on I'm righteous and no, I'm trying to be in that way. So they look at that. So I'm trying to mold other artists in that direction, that they could look at them also and awarded them for their work. In terms of that, like I said, I'm keeping a show bringing back dancehall. When we say dancehall, we're talking about the authentic dancehall reggae music in that phase. So that is my job, to keep that vibe going of righteousness and elevate the youths and mind from mental slavery, as Bob Marley said. So that's my job, to always elevate the youth in the community and out of the community. Because as I said, sometimes when I step out of my community, I go elsewhere and sharing the same thing as I would share in my community as an ambassador.
Well, you certainly have a lot of music to bring across that kind of, that role, to play that role, to bring righteousness to the people, because I know that you have quite an impressive catalog that is continually promoting peace, harmony, happiness, unity, and all of that.
Yes.
So talk me a little bit through some of your works, some of your records, some of your songs that you made. Tell me a bit about it.
Well, actually, my first song I recorded was Woman I Love Everybody Next Door to God. That was when I was with IRI, right? For People's Choice. Then when I came to the States, I did a song, Loving Enemies, that I did with my wife. Actually, that won the first reggae award. So husband and wife made history again, winning the first reggae award in New Jersey. Queen Zebulon. Yeah. Then I did a song, a #1 song again, Don't Send No Guns to Jamaica. That one was one of the biggest song I did. Don't Send No Guns to Jamaica. That also won an award in New Jersey. Best song, Song of the Year, DJ of the Year, stuff like that. And I go back again. I did a song, Boss Boss. I did a song recently, with Mikey General, Christian King, and that was a phenomenal song also. I did a song before that with Luciana, Root of Corruption, and that was another phenomenal song again. So the catalog is just keep growing and growing and growing. But I just want people to know, to get all those music, they can look up That Day album. That Day album, and the Mikey General and Ras Emmanuel will be on my new album, but it's streaming out right now. So my catalog is longer than a train. So people, please go out there, look for Ras Emmanuel. That's RASEMMANUEL. Ras Emmanuel. Please check me out.
And with that,
if I talk about my catalog,
yes,
it's gonna be longer than a train.
I know you're right with that, because that catalog, it straddles quite a few different genres. Because I know you've recorded in hip hop, you've done a bit of R&B, and I'm just thinking, how does this work? Because you've managed to grab attention in those genres. So I just want to find out, how does it feel to record in different genres? Is it the same feeling as in reggae? that you feel a bit irie and a bit righteous and a bit positive? I mean, when you get to R&B and hip hop, because those are kind of, well, not so much R&B, but hip hop is kind of a, I don't keep things too quiet with what I'm saying, and I'm quite miserable. And I say what I'm saying, I'm thinking, and I'm too close, and you get something. How does
we all know that. We all know that the hip hop genre or rap, or what you want to call it, some people want to. We all know that come from Cool Herc as a Jamaican. So we know that it's not nothing hard to do. It's just we just compliment our brothers and sisters in a different genre. And what all that really happened when I came to America, I didn't have a studio as a Jamaican studio to go like that. Yeah, my history when I came to America, I started out working with my father, plumbing, sheetrock, and all those stuff. Then I started work at a car wash, right? So by working at the car wash, so one day I remember there's a Busta Rhyme was playing, and the end of the beat, the end of the song, the beat was still going on, right? So I'm just there, and so these people hear me. So they hear me and say, "Yo, man, we love that. You're tough, We have a studio that's around the corner. You could come and check us out." That's how I end up doing that.
That's why I can't stop touch her now. I fall in love with the touch her now. Oh no, Father Knockins boss. Watch her now. You're not in tune to Shaun Cain and the Stargazing Show.
Stargazing with Shaun Cain brings you up close and personal with your favorite stars of reggae and dancehall music and people that have impacted society in a very significant way. We invite you to subscribe to the Stargazing with Shaun Cain YouTube channel, like and share our videos, and leave a comment as we bring you fresh content every week. The Stargazing with Shaun Cain Show will inspire, educate, and bring out the best in you. Stargazing with Shaun Cain, up close and personal.
Yes, give thanks, people. You don't know, so this is the wordical poet himself, the lyrical poet, yeah man, wise words, and you're tuned into Gazing with the Stars, Stargazing. Find out more about your local reggae artists. Find out how they became artists. Find out what makes them tick. Find out how they was able to write these kind of hit songs. Stargazing, Gazing with the Stars with Shaun Cain, straight from London, England. You get me, mate? Oh, bloody hell. Did you get that? Gazing with the Stars, wise words.
Welcome back. You're tuned to the Stargazing with Shaun Cain Show, and we're speaking with dancehall artist Ras Emmanuel. The Gambia is one of the places that you've been to. You've performed there, you've been around the people. I mean, how would you describe that kind of experience? Because we as Jamaicans, we like to hear things about Africa, when you visit Africa. What's it like? Because it's like you've been the lucky one to go. Tell us now, what have you seen? What have you felt that might be different from how we live, or might be similar to how we live? How would you describe the experience of going to the Gambia?
Okay, first of all, I have to say the Gambian people are so loving. I start with that. And the difference, I would say, in Jamaica compared to Gambia, the difference, police. Let me start with the police. 99% of the police don't have a gun. That one startle you?
Definitely so. I was just thinking in Jamaica. Would that work?
No. A friend of mine, Ras Emmanuel, that's one was his theme of going abroad. He tour a lot, and we always mention until that day, which people always ask, why you say until that day? We said we don't know. But when that day come, meaning the wicked could get judged on that day, or the judgment of God could come on that day, or you could get rich on that day. Nobody know until that day. But no, when I was in Gambia, my brethren, Muta, he took me around the places, and I said, I don't want to be inside. I don't want to come to Africa sitting down in a house all day.
You want to come to the place. You want to see the place. Mm-hmm.
But this particular lady, when I saw her, she said, come inside, please look. It really break my heart. to see where they have to live, I start to cry. I'm a giant, but I'm a gentle giant. I break down and I start to cry. I said, no, I got to do something about this. And that's the way I came up with that idea, the Until That Day Foundation. So I started off when I was in Gambia, just to give you the footnote of it, how it happened. So I started off by making sure that she will have a bed to sleep on. And I made it happen that she have a bed to sleep on. And when I went back to Gambia, I was invited just to see what's going on. Another lady, before I left Gambia, I met the family. Her husband used to ride on a donkey cart back home in Jamaica, right? We have donkey cart. Her husband use a donkey cart to go around the community to pick up garbage. So that's how he make his money to bring to the dump to dispose, right? Right. Now, when I came back to the States, her husband passed away. I think she have like 2 children. There's like a stop right there. There's no income. There's nothing coming in. And I tell my brethren, don't worry. We're going to reach out to them and get some help. And I start to send money to her. Now, I'm the type of person, I don't know how to have some money. That's my problem. I don't know how to have some money. And so most of the time I go into my pocket and just do it myself. Right? Now, some other sister hear what I was saying and they call me up and they help me with the school now. They, pack some barrel and school supplies, clothes, whatever they can even find also extra stuff. And they put it in it and them send it off at the school. And the teacher was very happy.
So how can people contribute to you Until That Day Foundation? What if somebody else hears? As you say, the girls and those ladies heard you.
Right.
And
they contact me through my email, ras.emmanuel, EMMANUEL @gmail.com.
Well, tell you what, Ras Emmanuel, it's been good, man. It's a great story you've got there. The journey has been quite interesting so far. One of benevolence, one of happiness, one of peace, and just trying to be a teacher of righteousness and trying to live a life that reflects what you sing about. And that's really good. But before I let you go, I always like to challenge my guests to see how much they know about reggae and dancehall music. So I generally take questions.
Oh, please.
Yes, sir. So the book is called Reggae Larger Than Life, the Ultimate Reggae Music Fun and Games Book. It's written by myself. It's currently available on Amazon. It's also available in Jamaica at Ashby's Pharmacy, 160 Old Hope Road in Kingston, and also at the bookshop at the University of the West Indies, Mona campus. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, this is the book. If you're into apps, the Android version of the app is available from the Google Play Store. Just type in Reggae Larger Than Life Fun app. You can download it and you can have some fun, man. So, Ras, I've selected 2 questions for you, sir. So, I mean, the man's been meddling the music for a little while, so I just want to see how far the man can go. I didn't choose any other kind of nowadays ones, because I thought, we have to go deeper than that with you, because you might just look and say, welcome to this, man. So. Well, let's see how far back you can go. This first question says, name the legendary band that released the reggae-influenced soulful classic Disciplined Child in 1980. They eventually became reggae's most successful bad boys. Which band is that? The options are the Heptones, Inner Circle, the Wailers, and Third World.
You don't know who that, man? Come on.
I don't know. I know, but I don't know if you.
you know the bad boys?
Right.
Inner Circle.
All right, so I thought you're gonna think. Well, I don't hear the answer, don't I? Because it's them boy. I want to know who killy ones. It's them ones.
Hey, them can't push the original, No matter them a killy. I want to tell you, them same youth that talk about killy, I tell you this, them parents have those music playing for them, but them being stubborn.
Yeah, them being stubborn. Them decide that boy, they don't want to hear that again. As them say, do good again. So them dash with that. And,
yeah.
It's killy time now. Blood and.
I like that slogan. I might find something for it.
All right, listen to this one though. It says, which of the following crooners fronted the celebrated band Third World from 1976 up until his death in 2014? The options are Bonnie Ruggs, Bonnie Goodison, Bonnie Whaler, and Burning Spear.
Say that one more time again, please.
Which of the following crooners fronted the celebrated band Third World from 1976 up until his death in 2014? So the options are Bonnie Ruggs, Bonnie Goodison, Bonnie Whaler, and Burning Spear.
I'm a virgin Bonnie Ruggs, man. That's why them call him Ruggs because him like to sleep on the rug when him go to the hotel. Rest him soul in peace in the bosom of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Is
Great
that the
Bonnie
case?
Ruggs, man.
Is that the case?
Yes.
So he don't like the bed. He never liked the bed.
I don't blame him. When you got a hotel, remember say hotel that, everybody sleep in that bed, You ever think of that?
No, never.
How much people are sleeping in a hotel bed?
It was just a name. Them just call him a name. I didn't realize the man don't like.
I found out that was the reason why he sleep on the rug.
Bonnie Rugg. All right, so thank you very much. Man, I teach me every day. I learn about all of these things, Well, anyway, the questions.
I love the book.
Yeah, you love the book. All right,
I'm going to get the book.
Amazon is where you get it from, sir. So
I'm going to get the book.
Live. The questions were taken from this book. This book is written by myself, currently available on Amazon. If you're in Jamaica, it's available at Ashby's Pharmacy, 160 Old Hope Road in Kingston. Also, if you're in Jamaica, it's available from the University of the West Indies bookshop at the Mona campus. And if you're into apps, the Android version of the app is available from the Google Play Store. Just type in Reggae Larger Than Life, fun app, download it, and it's all yours, man, to have lots and lots of fun. So Ras Emmanuel, well, it's been such a journey. It's been a conversation. It's really good, man. We've been taken to places, all sorts. We've been to America, we've been to Gambia, we've been to Jamaica. We've been country hopping, if we can call it that. Globe trotting. All over
yes, I. Hey, John, our elder said, John run the wire fence. So the world is ours, brethren. We have to travel.
Yes, man, and enjoy everything that there is.
I tell myself, if I come to America, I could go anywhere in the world.
That's good, man. And I like the fact that you've been to the Gambia and you show them some love and all that kind of thing, and they realize.
And I'm going back because I went there twice.
Right.
The second time I went there.
Someday you're going back, or you've got.
Yeah. Until that day. Until that day.
Until that day. And the foundation, I'm sure, is doing well. And before we go, we just like to say, support the foundation.
Support the foundation.
Ras Emmanuel said, just get in touch with them. You want to run the email address again?
All right, that's ras.emmanuel, EMMANUEL @gmail.com. And remember, my album That Day, it is out there. iTunes, you name it, on the platform. Just type in Ras Emmanuel or That Day, and you will see my album. We got great songs on it. People support. Me love my island Jamaica. Whoa, love me island Jamaica. Yeah. Down in a Jamaica where me born and grow. Only for beaches and we no have no snow. Tourists a fly dog, we say them love it, They love them roast yam, they love them fried fish. Pop! In a Jamaica that we national dish. How would them call it no ackee and saltfish, man? Jump around you a true Jamaican and move around you a true Jamaican. Me say the fastest man, that's a Jamaican. Me love me. Oh, stay put. I like the background.
Yes, I respect for that, man. Well, yes, Ras Emmanuel. We're trying to do our thing, man, just to make sure we get the culture out there and talk to as many people as we can and share different dimensions to reggae music and to the people, the spirit of the people, So that's it. Well, that's all we have time for. Yes, sir. Well, it's all good, man. Respect every time, man. I tell you what, the platform is open, man. We just want a good conversation and just share the culture and everything. And that's what we're about, man. Well, that's all we have time for. Yes, sir.
I have to say, big up Uncle Rupee T.
Yes, I big up Rupee T. You know what? It crossed my mind just while you were talking about, you were singing, I said, look, we have to big up Rupee. But then it just jumped out of my mind as soon as, you come with the
lyrics. Jump out of fear and jump out of me, man. Telepathically.
Yeah, right. That's it. We're thinking the same way, man.
You see, you have hair for your head,
Well, just a little bit. Just about.
You have hair for your head, so at least you still have your antenna.
Well, that's it. Well, just about.
No, man, I will go frequency, man.
All right, so if you say so, I'll take your word for it. Well, That's all we have time for in this edition of the Stargazing with Shaun Cain Show. Our special guest was dancehall artist Ras Emmanuel. The man is
The
full of
reggae ambassador.
vibes. Yes, everything is all good, you know. We just want to encourage you to subscribe to the Stargazing with Shaun Cain YouTube channel. Like and share the videos and leave a comment. Until next time, this is Shaun Cain saying, thanks for joining. See you soon.